Good morning and happy Monday. Wow, what a day. Second day of November 2020, 2 months left until the completion of 2020. And here we are. Today's daily word for today is wisdom. What do we get to know about wisdom that can move us forward in this time that we are living in? Hmm. Well, wisdom is part of it's an inner knowing that we can have. What is mine to do? How do I listen to the still small voice? Last night, in the middle of the night, we have a dog. She is just 1 years old, maybe even 11 months old. So let's say she's bordering on being a puppy. And she started barking about, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning, just enough to wake me up. And I thought, I wonder, should I get up and take her out? And I laid there. I asked my inner guidance, is this what I'm supposed to do? And I didn't. I did not get up. And I woke up in my time that I normally wake up. I woke up about 5:30 and she was still sleeping. And I wondered because of daylight savings if her internal clock was telling her that it was 1 hour later. Now, 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't get her up at 5. I usually get her up right before I leave to come to church. I get her up around 7. So today I got her up just before 7, which would have been just before 8. And she was fine. I mean, she did what she always does. It goes to the door. I let her out, watch her, see what she does. I mean, feed her, give her water. But I just felt this wisdom within that said to me, she'll be okay. She's not going to go in the house in her little crate. That's her little house. And I just simply relaxed into my own beingness and went back to sleep. Now, that's something simple, right? Well, what about in bigger things? I know that we have the selection. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know that, right? And that people are voting in the manner that they feel or for the person that they feel is for the country's highest good. And there are opposing views and all of that going on. But the daily words affirmation, rely upon divine wisdom. I rely upon divine wisdom. For me, it has me just take a gentle breath, breathing in and out. And I know and I trust that everything will work out, regardless to whoever wins. Because in our country, we have a way of being that every voice counts, every vote counts. And if someone wins that's not the one that any of us would have chosen, who are we called to be? How do we rely on wisdom and trust? It is that part of that growth for us, the spiritual growth, to know that even if it's not the person that we would choose to have, that it's the right and perfect person, because that's what we need for our own spiritual collective growth in our entire country. So I just want us to consider that. Part of what it says in the daily word is relying on our in reaching beyond our intellectual knowledge and knowing and discerning the best course of action to take, that we each have these new opportunities. So we do. We have an opportunity here. We have an opportunity to rely on our inner guidance, divine wisdom, divine love, infinite possibility, or to shut ourselves down by worry, doubt, fear, anger. Because really, I believe all we're looking for and wanting is love. That what we want is love. And so we take that love with us. And we allow divine love to gently move us forward. So I want to take us into a time of meditation and prayer. So I invite you to take a moment. I'm going to grab one of my favorite rocks and my little green tiny Buddha. hmm And I invite you to relax in the seat where you're sitting. And if you want to join me in closing your eyes, that's okay. I'm not looking. And just simply relax into the now. And in this moment of joining together, we create this sacred space where we pray from God, the good, omniscience, everywhere presence. We join together heart to heart. We're joining, asking for divine wisdom in our thoughts, divine wisdom, feeling it inside of us. We're asking for us to know that we can trust in this process. No, God, what is it that we need to release in order to get there, to get to divine love? What is it that we need to show up as? So we are the activity and beingness of love. We're asking for that inner guidance. We're asking for that intuitive knowingness. We're asking to be love in expression. How do we love when it seems like there's no love in some people or some places or some areas? How do we love anyway? Hmm. So we take into our time of silence as we move into this time these words. I have the wisdom to give and receive divine love. I have the wisdom to give and receive divine love. I have the wisdom to give and receive divine love. In the silence, we join even more fully, heart to heart, hand to hand, and know that we are in this together. In the silence, we connect with the source of our being, God, the good omniscience. And we say, I have the divine wisdom to give and receive love. In the silence, we go deeper together. I am. I am love. I am love in expression. And I have the divine wisdom to give and receive divine love. I have the divine wisdom to give and receive divine love. And in this expanded state of consciousness, we bring into this space of love our entire country, praying for the highest and best. We bring in all of those who have any sense of suffering, illness, lack, or limitation into this space. And we're seeing and knowing that each have a sense of wholeness in a way that we could not even imagine. Just send love. And lastly, we receive love, receiving the love right back to us that we give, allowing it to move through every cell of our body, how good it feels to be loved. Know that if no one else told you they love you today, I love you. And as we gently bring ourselves back to the space and time, you can open your eyes whenever you want. You might want to move your neck around, get a little stretch, move your fingers, take a gentle breath. I just want you to know how grateful I am that you have joined with us today. I'm praying that we all discover the experience of love even more fully and deeply in these days and weeks to come, and especially in this moment. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.